training. A huge welcome to you all. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday morning. And our subject today is create a second income for life. So please put in the chat there who would love to get that second income for life. I know there's a few people on here already got that. So we've got some amazing speakers as usual. All thanks to James Sanderson for putting it all together, who I think is in Portugal. So a big thank you to James, and get your pen and paper ready. Shut your dogs in another room, shut your kids in another room, and just really focus on the next 2 hours, because you are going to get some absolute gold. And we're kicking off with our amazing Sue Worrell, who we all know and love. And she is our product specialist. Any question I ever have about products, I go straight to Sue, and she knows it all. And she's going to be sharing with us today our star products. So I'll just tell you a little bit about Sue. Sue is an NMD. She's been a nutritionist for over 30 years, so she absolutely knows what she's talking about. She's been running clinics in Cardiff and London and taking Juice Plus for over 17 years. So Sue, are you there?
I am here, yes. Yes, 20 years. I know it's 20 years because I got sent a bunch of flowers. So I need to be able to screen share.
Yeah, that's all ready for you.
It said the host has disabled it. Okay, it's okay now, ready to go. Okay, let's get my presentation going. Share. And we're off. Hope everyone can see that screen. Can see the screen? Just someone say hand thumbs up, yes? Thank you. Okay. So yes, I've been a nutritionist for over 30 years and found the product 20 years ago and absolutely love it. Don't have anyone doing testimonials today, but I've got 2 of my own this week, which were absolutely brilliant. I've got a new patient client who found me, and I only take on people who are referred to me now. And the child has got a child 8 years old, and she's got something called Collogenic Colitis, Gastritis, which is a very nasty disease. There's nothing you can do really. It's about the digestive system making strips of collagen too much, and all it affects it is diet. And after just 8 days, the child's bloods have changed already. So, and all she's done is add in Juice Plus. She was already gluten-free and eating clean. So that's a fantastic testimony as far as I'm concerned, because that's all they've added in. And the second one is I've been looking after a guy who's on Discovery Channel, who is does trick shot, basketball, etc., and has a big company. And he was he had septic shock and was in bed 24 hours. And he's now getting back to business. And the difference there is also the product he's taking. I'm not saying this is a miracle cure. I'm not saying this is what made the difference, because we've got to be really careful. But that was 2 amazing wins this week that I thought I'd like to share with you. So let's get on with the presentation. And I show this photograph because as we age, as we get older, it's all about living actively, as far as I'm concerned, living healthily and actively. There's no use living long if you're sick and miserable. And these days, in more than ever since the COVID epidemic, and then now the knock on with all the people going to the hospitals who couldn't get in before, and the backlog, and not being able to get hold of GPs and no face-to-face appointments, we are more in need of helping ourselves than ever before. And our worth is more toxic than ever before. There are 94 chemicals which affect the brain, 84 that interfere with hormones, and hormones rule our body. So I'm not going to read every slide, but we are really in need of something that gives us the background to help promote and build our underlying good health. And our body was designed to eat fruits and vegetables. And I know it sounds so simplistic, and sometimes people say, well, it's so hard to sell fruits and vegetables, but you have to, because that's what it is. It's just fruits and vegetables encapsulated, and it does make a difference. So we look after our cars, but do we look after our bodies? We're eating worse than ever. So 50% of Americans eat ultra processed foods. In the UK now, 80% of the 20% of the population eats 80% ultra processed. And we know that's responsible for so much sickness in the world. And broccoli could lose 50 to 80% of its nutrients before you purchase it. Broccoli has been picked there. It's a Juice Plus slide, not mine, because broccoli is one of the most resilient vegetables. So if broccoli is losing that much, the rest, you can believe me, are losing it as well. Dieting doesn't work if we just starve ourselves to any kind of fatty, fast diet, low carb, high protein, whatever you do, it still will make a rebound because you're not getting rid of the toxins, you're not putting the nutrients in there. So you've got to put the nutrients in there first, as far as I'm concerned. I don't detox them like mad first. I get all the nutrients in there first, up their nutrition, and they're ready to make major changes, and they're ready to drop the ultra processed foods and the fast foods and the foods that manufacturers make us addicted to. So the Juice Plus company is a holistic company, and that's why I love it. And it doesn't just talk about its products, which are the base of all human nutrition, which is fruits and vegetables pristinely grown. It talks about the rest of your lifestyle as well: exercise, sleep. Stress is a huge thing these days. Drinking more water, safer products, and eating good food. So although we're being constantly told, and I can see Nikki on my screen, she's always, her thing is called Granny Was Right. Is that right, Nikki? Yes. And it is, we've been told since we were children, and it was my saving grace. I was born with a huge hole in my heart and didn't understand why I kept being sick all the time, because I was out of breath. And I was lucky because my uncle grew fruits and vegetables in his allotment, and that's what made the difference. So food is our fuel, and it can definitely prevent and help recover and stop all these diseases. So the base of all that, and they talk about the pillars of health, is nutrition. And we have got the science on our products that actually show that they do make a difference to poor health. And all the studies can be read on PubMed, and you can point people in that direction. So we need to eat more fruits and vegetables. We need to eat more of nature's pharmacy, run by farmers, not pharmacies run by pharmacists. And Juice Plus, our flagship product, has got this huge variety of 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries, and they are being picked to work synergistically. So all these things are connected to how our organs live and breathe, and they are being picked for this purpose, that they work really well. Just one instance is there are plant steroids. When some people have heart problems, they're put on medication, and what's in that is plant steroids. And the white steroids work really well when they're mixed with the berry steroids, the blue and the black and the purple steroids. So that's why these all together. This is why they need the fruit, veg, and berries. People sometimes say, can I just take the veg? No, the whole thing is, it's a synergistic action, and they all work together. So we've got to be very careful when we share Juice Plus. We can easily share the features, which are what they are. They're gluten-free, lactose, no artificial aromas, etc., etc. And the biggest thing is that they are encapsulated in this fantastic Pululan capsule made from fermented tapioca. And there are very few projects with a high intensity of content that are encapsulated in this way. So it's not, that's the features of our capsule. But when we come to the benefits, we have to talk about fruits and vegetables benefits, because we have to be very careful not to say that the Juice Plus is like a magic potion. So most people say they eat 5 a day, and they don't really eat 5 a day, because things like fruit juice don't count. And this really bridges the gap between what we should eat and what we do eat. And we know that will bridge the gap because it actually works, because it is an active ingredient in the capsules, because it is real fruits and veg. It's the essence of fruits and veg that is juice dried. And we've got all these amazing studies to show it. So you can look them up online. You've got to find the university name. So you're better searching under the university name, and you can just look at the studies and just understand just how brilliant the studies are. And these are the latest ones that are ongoing or just completed. We've also got the top certification. When I first used it with a lot of sports people, we didn't have this informed choice. And they would ask for it and they would refuse it sometimes because it didn't have this. It's got informed choice now. So our sports people are delighted, and it shows that it's good enough for everything. Also, there's a record of so many sports people being tested. I took a guy called Mark Colborne to gold and 2 silver medals, and he was tested immediately. He got the gold medal, and nothing was found in his bloodstream, of course, because it's just fruits and vegetables. So the soft chews have got the same fruits and vegetables in them, and they are fantastic for children. And this is what this 8-year-old was taking, is the gummies, is the chewables. So make sure you explain to people the Healthy Starts program, why it works and what it can do for their children. If children never eat fruits and vegetables, they'll never get to crave for them. Their subconscious will never get to know how good the body, how much the body likes it. So once you get them eating these, it's a great way to get them eating a better diet altogether. So the berries are mega important, and I've used them on their own for people who can't afford to have the whole 3. And if you can only afford, people can only afford one of the capsules, give them the berries, get them on the berries, because it improves the circulation no end. So our microcirculation, when they've got inflammation or they've got an underlying disorder, our blood is our transportation system. It's our Eddie Stobart's lorries, and we need to get the nutrients around. So berries will increase the circulation and really good for cardiovascular wellness. And also they've got a massive amount of antioxidants. So there's only one, use the berries. This was a study done, and it just shows that it's associated with 30% in the mortality rate decrease in it, just by eating polyphenols. And that's what berries are full of, polyphenols, anthocyanins in the cranberries and many of the others. So show people the Cranberry Farmer film. It's one of the best that we've got there. And then we come to our complete range. Love complete range. Just had mine this morning, mixed with a bit of Perform. So the shakes are really a macronutrient powder, not a protein drink at all. Don't call it that. They're full of macronutrients, and we need the big nutrients, and then we need the micronutrients. But they've also got some micronutrients and some added plant-based vitamins as well. This comes in soup. One of my distributors, who are called Dan Furlong, he did 6 marathons in 8 days in the Amazon jungle, and he just used the soup. So they're brilliant for recovery, and they're also really versatile. I don't buy thickeners for my casseroles or stews. I use the soup as a thickener. It's fantastic, and it gives it a little bit of flavor as well. So that's the complete range. The flavors are great, and you can use them anywhere, and you can make all sorts of things with the complete. The Juice Plus website is now really good. It gives you an awful lot more recipes and ideas and things you can do with it. It's not just drinking it. So these are the facts about the complete. Make sure you know the facts and you look them up. So when you recommend it, you don't recommend it just as a way of losing weight. And I don't call it a meal replacement. I call it a meal enhancement, because if you're just eating white toast and jam in the morning and you change to a smoothie, you're really enhancing what you have for the day, not replacing your meal for the day. So the bars are really good. I use it a lot with golfers. Pro golfers on the circuit use the bars a lot to stop them getting their mind dwindling away and distracted on the 12th hole. So anyone who's on the go, the bars are really good, and they're really pristinely made as well. So this is so people know the calorie numbers are in there. I don't go by calories, I go by what's in the calories. But if some people are concerned about the number of calories, you'll see what they are. This is just about the soup and how you can make it. I always add frozen peas to mine, because a lot of women are a bit low in iron, and frozen peas are full of iron. Don't want to overcook them either, so I just pour boiling water in them and add half a cupful to my soup. So they are really versatile. I don't know whether the boosters are going to stay because they don't seem to be on the website any longer. It's not one of my favorite products, but a lot of people like it. It just makes you feel full for longer. But it has got a lot of good soluble fiber in it, because this glutamon is not a pineapple. People think it is. It's the root of the plant. Is just a big root, and it's full of soluble fiber. Green tea gives you a boost, but I think the Uplift's much better for that. The Uplift is such a brilliant product. I think I love it. I'm drinking it now. It's fantastic. And then they've got the oat oil in it. So it is used by some people. Everybody use it in your way, what you found best, and recommend what you like and what you've got your results with. I love the omegas. When they first came out, I thought I'd have to take fish omega as well. I thought I'd have to take some krill as well, but no. They are brilliant, and they're brilliant because they work synergistically. Again, what I love about Juice Plus is it does not fractionate its products. They're kept whole. They use the whole of the fruit and veg, and the seeds and the skins and the pips, wherever it's suitable to do so. And this is the same with plants like sea buckthorn. They've got more than one omega in them, and if nature puts them together, why should we separate it? So there's been messages out there on social media lately saying we don't need the others, we just need omega-3. We don't, because we can absorb it better if we have all the others as it's put into the plants, as nature's provided it. So that's really good for, particularly for people who've got inflammatory disorders and have got osteoporosis. And it all helps to work with magnesium and vitamin D to increase your calcium and absorb calcium into your bones. There is enough DHA and EPA in these. I take 4 because I'm older, but the best thing to do is take more of them rather than worry about how much. But because they've got all the rest of the omegas in them, we do get it absorbed, and it's really good. And then the other thing I love about it is that the algae, which the omega-3 comes from, called Schizochytrum, is grown outside the ocean. So we do not deplete or even interrupt our oceans. And it is a more expensive way to provide vitamin D3, but it's the best way for the planet and the best way for us. And it's a very usable and absorbable and digestible way to have vitamin D3. So one of my favorites now, Uplift. I got addicted to it in lockdown because of having late night calls, and my brain was sort of going to sleep by the end of the evening. So I have one most days. I sometimes mix it with my smoothie, but I quite like it. You know, it's mid-morning for me today. I was up early this morning. And it is great. And it's great because you've got all the B vitamins. And I don't know if, love to put in the post if you can, if you've noticed, what you've noticed of what you and your customers have noticed, that like feel-good factor that you get from the Uplift. Because I find we get this, first of all, when you drink it for an hour or so after, but what you get then is your brain being clearer as time goes on. And that's because of the complexity of the B vitamins. A lot of people take the B vitamin complex, which is fine, especially if it's not a artificially made B complex, but we can't absorb it so well. This is B complex from plants. And the combination together with the yerba mate tea is a brilliant combination, I think. So B vitamins for you. You can get all this information on Juice Plus ingredients, etc. But they all have their own function, and together they're really important, particularly for female health as we get older. So that's our omegas. So the last one is Perform. I'm just been working a lot with Perform lately, just getting it going with sports people. I mix mine. I have put a little bit in mine. I don't need that much protein. I do a lot of exercise, but I don't need the same amount of protein as a man lifting weights. So exercise is a mega important part of being healthy and having a healthy lifestyle. It's one of the pillars of health. I think nutrition is the foundation, and exercise is one of the pillars of health. And what you want to look at in here is you want to get to know some of these slides. So if people ask you, hang on, I'm slow, that's right. If people ask you, what is the soya in it? Is the soya okay in it? There's information on the slides that will show you that the soya, yes, it is okay. It's just catching up, my presentation is catching up when we're trying to click ahead. So that, yeah, the soy protein, all the information is there, all the answers are there. And you might be asked that because there's a lot of rubbish soy out there. So don't let them bamboozle you, or don't let them make you feel insecure about it. Just read up on these slides and know what you're telling them. So yeah, it is brilliant. I've made a new program now called Thrive 25. I've stopped my clinics and I've launched something called the Health Hub Academy. And in the Health Hub Academy, we've got medics and associates, and there's a lot of information in there. And I'm happy to share it with this for practitioners, and we work with all health practitioners, but I'm happy to share it with the Juice Plus distributors. So if anybody wants to know, get in touch with me. And I will be starting on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, a series of mini workshops. So whenever I run these, they're for the Health Hub Academy. I'll put the link in there. It's going, the Tuesdays is going to be on one of the Juice Plus products, and I'm going to do lots of these, and you're more than happy to come and listen in. So that's me. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Sue. That was incredible as always. And I always every time I listen to you, I always learn something new. After 8 years of taking the products, I just get even more excited to go and reach for that bottle and take even more. So please put in the chat there your top tip from Sue, and give her a really big thank you for all that really in-depth information about our amazing Juice Plus products. And next we've got our lovely Vera, who's going to be sharing her testimonial. Are you there, Vera?
I am. Good morning, everyone. So I started on the Juice Plus products a little over 5 years ago. I was a new mom to my youngest daughter. She was a few months old, and I was a typical overstressed, overtired, snappy momzilla, and quickly turned my whole life around. So before finding the products, I thought I was fairly healthy, and I've tried so many different things before, from products to fasting to juicing. I still have my juicer in my cupboard, and nothing really seemed to stick, and nothing was convenient, and nothing that I could sustain in my day-to-day busy life as a mom and as a wife and working and everything else. So after studying the products, my kids quickly jumped on them. My parents did as well. And fast forward to today, our whole health has vastly improved. We speak about health and healthy eating and the importance of nutrients with my kids, and they're very active in choosing the foods, and we're just having it as a lifestyle. Exercise is really important. I never thought I would be someone who would be going to the gym or running, and I have started doing that thanks to incorporating the products. My kids as well, we're very healthy. Just to touch on some things that I have improved, I used to be anemic since I was a kid. Few months on the products, that went away and never had it ever since. Both me and my husband used to suffer from having headaches weekly. Now I barely touch the Nurofen tablets maybe twice a year. Touch wood, my kids' health is pretty solid. Our immunity is great. If we do catch something within 24 hours, I think they're back, and they never miss school more than a day. And overall, you know, I love that we incorporate these products every single morning, every single day. We use all the products. They're very easy to use, and incorporating in my life, in my kids' lives, my husband's life, my parents. And actually, we are feeling better 5 years on than we ever have before.
Oh, Vera, that's absolutely amazing. And isn't it just, you know, incredible how the products just help, you know, the whole family. So absolutely well done. And thanks for sharing. So everyone say in the chat, a big thank you to Vera for sharing her amazing story as well. And next we've got our absolute superstar. We all know her. We all love her. It is the amazing Sara Mahone. I hope I said that right, Sara, who is an NMD in the company. She's been in the business for 4.5 years, and she works her business now full time around her 2 gorgeous children. And she has just recently won the DSA awards. I think I got that right. So a huge congratulations to her. She just leads from the front all the time with her amazing team. So Sara, are you there? You're going to be sharing creating the mindset for success.
Amazing. Thank you, Paula. You're going to make me cry, but thank you so much. That's really kind. Thank you. And good morning, everybody. I just really wanted quickly to say as well, Sue, I think you're absolutely amazing and your knowledge is honestly incredible. And one of the things that I wanted to focus more on this month, because I'm definitely guilty of promoting weight loss from our products, probably way too much because that's my personal journey. But one of the things that I really want to focus on more is the actual real health benefits, especially with the capsules. So I'm going to go through your presentation this morning just so I can watch it again and take some more notes. And I'll definitely be messaging you about your workshop as well. So thanks so much, Sue. Really appreciate that. And I am here this morning to talk to you about creating the mindset for success. I'm a little bit nervous to talk to you about this today because I am literally obsessed with this at the moment. So I don't want to ramble for 3 hours. Don't worry, I won't. But it's just something I'm really, really passionate about. So I'm really glad to have this topic today. It's my favourite thing. I have heard over and over again that our business is most definitely 90% mindset. And I think that's, totally true. And I think you can be doing all of the work in this business. You can be doing your DMO, you can be getting on the calls, you can be going to the events every single day and showing up every single day. But if you are not focusing on yourself and your mindset, you are going to find it really difficult to progress. I always say, I was stuck at SSC. We're not supposed to say stuck, but I was at SSC for 3 years. And I really do believe that that's because I wasn't working on myself and I wasn't working on my mindset. And I heard something, I think actually on one of these calls, but I can't remember who it was that said it. They said that doing this business without doing any self-development is like being in a boat or in a canoe and just having one row and just going round and round in circles. And you really, Nicola likes that. That wasn't mine. I have to give her credit for whoever that was. But I thought it was brilliant because you will just go round and round in circles. You really have to be working on yourself and working on your business. And that's when you're going to start going forward and not going round and round in circles. So in the words of Jim Rohn, work harder on yourself than you do in your business. And as I said, I'm more obsessed than ever before with self-development. Sorry, excuse me 1 second. I've lined her up with every single toy you can imagine, snacks, everything, and it's typical. It's right now, isn't it? Excuse me, sorry. So when I first started self-development, it felt really weird. I was doing affirmations and visualizing and watching motivational speeches and reading books, and it was really, really strange. I thought, what is this weird, crazy stuff that everyone keeps telling me to do? I don't get it. It feels really strange. And honestly, now I have to start my day like this every single day without fail, and it puts me in the best mood to start my day. It makes me patient, positive, calm, relaxed, happy. I'm like a completely different person if I haven't done my self-development. And just a little funny fact for you, one day this week I couldn't find, sorry, my phone's ringing now, crazy, great. One day this week, I couldn't find my headphones in the morning. And I honestly felt like, oh my God, because I wasn't going to be able to listen to this motivational speech, which I know puts me in such a good mood for the day. But I think, showing up in this business as someone who's positive, who's motivated, who's happy, who's energetic is so important. People don't buy into the products, they don't buy into the business, they buy into you. They can buy the products anywhere. You need to give them a reason why they come to you, and self-development first thing in the morning is going to do that, because you're going to be showing up as the best version of yourself. So just a little bit of a vote in the comments, who already does any type of self-development, and who's like me a couple of years ago and was like, what the hell are you talking about? That sounds really crazy. So a good starting point, great Laura, I just started. So a really good starting point, I know I recommend this probably on every call, is the Miracle Morning book. If you haven't got it, it's probably where I started. I really recommend it. And also The Secret. You can get the book, you can also watch it on Netflix. I definitely prefer the book personally. And then get yourself into a routine with your self-development and commit to it every single day. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my morning routine, and I'm so strict with this. I do this every single morning, and my family know it. Jamie knows it. My kids know it. When I'm sat here with my headphones, I look like I'm meditating. They might think I look a bit weird, but I think they just leave me to it for a peaceful life. I'm not bothering anyone. They're like, she's quiet, let's leave her to it. So firstly, I set my alarm for 5 a.m. every day. And I never check my phone when I wake up. Never, ever. It's one of the worst things you can do. It's going to put you in a bad mood for the day. So put your phone away from your bed somewhere. I put mine on the other side of the room. So the two books were The Miracle Morning and The Secret. I put my phone on the other side of the room so that when my alarm does go off, I can't snooze it and I have to jump out of bed. And then the first thing I do is go and have an uplift straight away. Again, obsessed with those. And I also leave my gym stuff out the night before, right next to the bed, so I haven't got any excuses. I get up, have my uplift, and I get my gym stuff on and I go straight to the gym. And then as soon as I get back from the gym, obviously I get ready. And whilst I'm doing that, I have my headphones in and I'm listening to some self-development straight away. You know, it's free, it's on YouTube. You can obviously just type in motivational speeches. My favourites at the moment are definitely Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn. And I've listened to them so many times that the majority of them, I know them off by heart. And then I have my journal, and every single morning I write in there and I set my goals for the day. I know exactly what I need to be doing, what I need to focus on. Obviously, I have my normal DMO, but other separate from that, I think, you know, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I also write down all the things that I'm thankful for, what I'm doing well with, and also what things that I need to do better with and where I need to focus. And then this is the part that might sound a little bit strange to people. If you don't do this, it might sound like what she's talking about. But I then take 5 to 10 minutes to read my visualization statement. And I know this off by heart now, so I don't actually have to read it. It's just in my mind. And a visualization statement, for anyone who doesn't know, you know, it might be called something different, but it's something that you write out as if you have achieved all of your goals. So where do you want to be in a year's time, 5 years time, or, you know, whatever it is. So for you, you know, it could be that you're a presidential marketing director. It could be you walking across the stage and Simon Bowler's calling your name. It could be you in your new house or on holiday, on the beach, or your child in a new school. Whatever it is that really like makes you feel that emotion. What is it? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? And every single morning I sit and read that, or I visualize it for 5 to 10 minutes. And you've really got to feel the emotion with it. It makes me feel like it makes me cry some mornings. My family must think I'm losing the plot, because I sit like this, crying every morning and think, God, mum's at it again. But what that does for me, first thing in the morning, it reminds you of your goals, and it reminds you of why you're doing this and why you're up at 5 a.m. and why you're working so hard. And then lastly, I'll do my affirmations. And by the time I've done that morning routine, I feel incredible. You know, it's 7, 8 a.m. Most people are just rolling out of bed. They're snoozing their alarm. They're running late. They're unprepared. That sounds really bad and really stereotypical, but that definitely used to be me for so long. But, you know, doing that in the mornings for me is so, so important. And with the visualization statement, when you first start doing it, it does feel quite strange. You do feel a little bit, you know, God, what am I doing? But there's so much research into your brain not being able to tell the difference between something that's actually happened and something that you're visualizing, and like attracts like. So and then I'll end with my affirmations and ready for the day. This also makes me want to get to work in the mornings. When I visualize in the mornings, you know, me walking across that stage, or me being in this huge garden with my children, I'm like, right, I'm going to go and speak to 10 people about the business today. So it really does set you up for an amazing day. Yeah, and in our business, I think being inspired and being motivated is really, really, really important. We are self-employed. There is no one that's going to knock on your door every morning and say, Sara, get out of bed, get up, get to work, go, you know, go and do your DMO. So doing that for yourself, you have to be the person who is literally going to get yourself up, get yourself motivated, get yourself inspired, and get to work every single day. So that's not all I do with my self-development. That's how I start my day, and then I continue it throughout the day. At the moment, and if you haven't listened to this already, you're going to really thank me for this. You're going to message me and say thank you so much for telling me about that. The Ed Milet podcast. Pop the comment in if anyone's listened to it already. If you haven't, let me know. I'm new to podcasts. Yeah, oh great. Yeah, I'm new to podcasts. I've always been like a YouTube person. This for me has been an absolute game changer. For years, I would hear people say on calls, it's called Ed Milet, the podcast. Someone can pop it in the comments if you don't mind, please. For years, people would say to me, I think it was even Alex Webber used to say in his car, he used to listen to that CD, the network marketing one, over and over. And he never used to listen to the radio. And I've always listened to the radio. And then now I don't. I listen to the Ed Milet podcast in the car. It's the fastest growing podcast on the planet. It's got 90 million listeners, I think. And what he does once a week on Tuesday, he interviews the most successful people in the world on that podcast in all different industries. This is free. I can't get my head around that. This is free and it's crazy. I am listening to 1 or 2 of these a day. I'm working my way through his back catalogue. I'm waiting for them to come out on Tuesday. The people that he has on there, the fact that they are giving us their top tips to success in their businesses and in our industries is absolutely amazing. And from every single episode that I've listened to, I've taken something away that I can definitely relate to our business. And as I said, it's a complete game changer for me. So I would, if you take one thing away from anything I've said, go and listen to the Ed Milet podcast today. And then for me in the evenings at the moment, thank you, Howard. At the moment, I've also put myself on a Netflix ban. I realised that I think in the evenings I'm working, but I put the telly on in the background and I say I'm having it as background noise when in actual fact I'm probably more focused on that than I am on my work. So I've told myself you're on a complete ban until the convention, you're just going hard at the moment. So I'm reading more than ever at the moment as well. I've always loved reading. I just finished The Compound Effect, which is an excellent book. I'd really recommend it. It's just about being consistent, showing up every single day. Doesn't have to be a huge effort, just small daily tasks every single day will add up to huge results. And I'm now reading this, Homeless to Billionaire. Absolutely incredible book, would really recommend that as well. So that might sound like a lot. You might think, God, she's doing all this self-development every single day. You know, where does she have time for anything else? But I'm fitting it in around other things. I'm doing it before my children wake up. I'm doing it in the car. I'm doing it when they're in bed. And honestly, the results that I'm seeing from being totally immersed in self-development at the moment are epic in every single area of my life. Business is going crazy. You know, I actually can't keep up. And I genuinely believe that's because I'm focusing so much on what I'm taking in and what I'm putting into my body. If you consume rubbish and negativity, that's what you're going to put out. And if you're consuming positivity and inspiration, that's what you're going to put out. and you become like the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So be really conscious of that. And for me at the moment, I'm spending the most time with Ed Milet, Jim Rohns and Tony Robbins. So that's a good thing. And if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling uninspired, start working on yourself, start working on your mindset, start working on how you show up, and the results will show, and it will take you to the next level. And one of the things that you hear in our business as well, that you'll hear probably over and over again, is that you grow into the next position. So say if you are an NMD and you feel like, I really want to get to IMD, you need to make some changes and you're going to have to grow. And I think self-development is the key to doing that. And that is it. Otherwise, I'll just keep going. But I hope that was helpful, because as I said, I'm really obsessed with self-development at the moment, but the results are showing. So thank you so much. And I am now going to be introducing our next speaker, who is the amazing Shanton, who is an SSC in the business. He has been in the business for 5 years, and he does this alongside his full-time job, managing a big European call centre. And in the last 9 months, Shanton achieved 2 promotions. His business grew 1100%. Crazy. And Shanton's going to be talking to us about how we get paid and how to build an amazing business. And as you can imagine, with his business growth, that he is in a great position to talk about this. So welcome, Shanton.
Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you all? Good. Sara, before we get started, I just want to congratulate you on DSA. That is absolutely amazing. Followed your story for many years, and that's testament to all the hard work that you and your team put in. And that's what it's about, obviously, putting the hard work in consistently to getting you to those goals. And I just want to touch on something Sara was talking about with regards to the audiobooks. So every single day I ask my daughter, what did you learn at school today? And she absolutely threw me a curveball a couple of days ago. She said, I learned loads, Dad. What did you learn? I literally didn't know what to say. The point that I'm trying to get is always good to learn and grow into your next position, as Sara was saying, you know, doing the audio books and learning yourself and really putting the effort into trying to make yourself a better person each day will go really far in not just this business, but in any business that you ever do. So I now make it a conscious effort to learn something each day, like genuinely, because just because I'm an adult doesn't mean we stop learning. And this business probably highlighted that to me many years ago when we first started. And we have grown a phenomenal business, like genuinely. It's been the most amazing journey. There have been some very high highs. There's been some very, very low lows. But the reality of that is that's life, you know, that's what we have to deal with and contend with. Sara said a little bit earlier, I run a European call centre. I have actually just been promoted within that business, and I was doing some research on it. My business turns over £2.44 trillion a year across various countries, and working in the telecoms communication business. And I'm going to share this with you. I probably shouldn't. But the most I can earn in a year in my business is just a shade over £55,000. They're a £2.44 trillion business. And the most I can earn is 55 grand. No matter how well I do my job, that's the most I can earn. And then I fast forward and people say to me, you're crazy, like doing you're doing your Juice Plus business alongside this. What are you talking about? We have £119,480 worth of bonuses, which each and every single person on this call has the ability to earn. You don't have to go for promotions in terms of competing against other people. You don't have to go for crazy job interviews every time you want to try and get a little bit more money. And you don't have to speak to your boss and say, please, sir, can I have some more? Please, miss, can I have some more? Like, this business is all about what you put into it. And there are some amazing ways to earn this business. But what I've learned about making this work for you is that you have to love it. And there's 2 aspects that I think in my mind that you have to love. You have to love the products. and you have to love helping people. The money will come if you love both. If you love one, you still stand a good chance of making it to where you want to be. But if you love both, you are going to the top. Like genuinely, you will skyrocket. If you've got hobbies in your spare time, think about this. If you've got hobbies that you like to do in your spare time, if you don't like doing it, you don't do it. So this is why I say that you have to love this business to really make it work for you. And if you love the products, it makes it really easy to bring other people into this business. And it's not just the business as well, it's bringing customers in. If you are showing that you are loving your products and you are loving the business, people will naturally gravitate towards you. And that then makes it easy. No one likes to do a job that they don't like. No one likes to do hobbies that they don't like. No one likes to learn once you get to a certain age. So it's really important that we grow into this business. Making money in this business is exactly the same for everyone. Everyone has the same opportunities. Everyone has the same social media. Everyone has the same hours in the day. We all have different circles of friends. We all have different circles of age groups and demographics. And it's about finding those people that you can interact with. And in terms of the money, when I first started, we didn't have the £80 bonus, which is there for Partner Plus. And that's a real good introduction into the business. And if you start by talking about the products that you're using, naturally your friends and family will be interested in it. You will get people that will say, what are you doing? You're crazy. But it's no different from getting an extra side hustle that you have to do outside. But normally you have to go to a place of business. But to earn that little bit of extra money is incredible. Just by bringing 5 or 6 people along the journey with you can help you. And this is why I say it's really important that you love your products, because if you show that you love your products, people will naturally be interested in that. And that's going to help you grow your business. The first question that I had when I very, very first started this was, do you actually use the products? Imagine if I'd said no. Do you think anyone would want to come on that journey with me? No. So in terms of getting the most out of the business, you have to love the products. The absolute beauty of this business is that it's uncapped commission. So I have the ability, my team have the ability to come along for the ride and earn as much or as little as they like. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's easy, because it's not. I had someone ask me last night about the business. I asked her what she wanted to earn. She said, I want to earn £2,000 or £3,000 within the next 6 weeks. I said, fantastic. Do you earn £2,000 or £3,000 in your full-time job that you've been working for the last 5 years? She said, no. I said, so why not? Do you think it's going to be an overnight success? Well, yeah, it should be. And it's not. It never is. You have to work at it. And within this business, if I sell 10 this month, and this is where it really does play with your emotions in terms of how much you put into it. If I sell 10 this month, all on a monthly payment plan, I'm also going to get paid for those 10 next month, the month after, and the month after that. So potentially I'm going to get paid for 1 month's work 4 times. How great is that? Like genuinely, that's phenomenal. And if you bring one of those people that you've signed up onto the products into the business, and they have 10 people, you've brought somebody into the business along for the journey, they sell 10, they will get paid for that month, the month after, the month after that, and the month after that. So they're happy, but guess what? For you, you get paid for all 10 that they sold in that month as well. For 4 months. How simple, like genuinely, how simple is that? I deliberated on how to deliver this and really go into the intricacies of it, but let's just make it simple. You sell 10, you get paid on it for 4 months. You bring one person into the business and they sell 10, they get paid on it for 4 months and you get paid on it for 4 months. Guess what? If you bring 5 people into the business and each of them sell 10 each, you get paid for 4 months and all of those 50 that they signed up, plus the ones that you're doing. That's it. That's the business. I mean, I see some smiling faces here, but just put your hands up if that sounds really, really simple. So pretty much everyone's hands going up. Yeah, that sounds simple. That's it. There's no secret magic potion to this. There's no Harry Potter wands, Expelliarmus that you send out there and all of a sudden they all come to you. But that genuinely is the business. And that's how I explain it to people now. And people are like, oh, well, that sounds pretty simple. And then they'll say to me, but I don't know what I'm doing. Don't worry. That's what I'm here for. And that's what you guys are there for. You know, we have walked, we have stepped the path already. We've done all of that. There's loads of great training material out there to help people. I can bring you everything that I've done previously. All the things that I've failed at, I can tell you about that. But unless you're willing to take that first step, you'll never fail. I'm not sure who's, and I'm not going to quote verbatim because actually I don't know it, but I would be more worried about not failing than actually failing, because it means I'm not trying. Does that make sense? Did in my head, maybe not to everybody else, but that's just it. You know, if you try and fail, there's no harm in that, because you can dust yourself off, get going again. And in terms of the business, as I say, there's so many amazing bonuses out there for us. As Sara said, my business grew hugely over these last few years. Michelle, my wife, who's in the business, her business grew, and she did it whilst working full-time as well. I'm doing it whilst working full-time. And I think James actually commented or liked one of my posts a couple of days ago, because I put on, it's small and consistent efforts daily win the day. It is not about sitting on your phone 10 hours a day. If you can do it and you want to do it, great. But small and consistent on a daily basis, and it could be 10-minute chunks each hour for 5 hours or 8 hours. That's all it takes. The other part of this business as well is each time you bring somebody into the business that gets to a certain level, you'll get a bonus for that. So not only do you have the big bonus structure, you get another bonus just for bringing a person in to replicate what you're doing. So just to put that into context, you'll get paid for all the sales that you do. You'll get paid for all the sales that they do. You'll get that for 4 months, assuming the customer pays every single month. And when they get to the same level as you and do it, it's called PB, which is 12,500 points. No, 1,250. Yeah, 1,250. 1,250. You'll get another bonus for doing what you're doing anyway, and for them doing what they're doing anyway. And then each time that they bring somebody in that does 1,250, you get another bonus, and they get another bonus. And if they bring another one in, you get another, and that's it. Like, genuinely, that's it. There's not much more. I try and keep it simple because my brain doesn't. I might run a contact center, but I'm not the cleverest person in the world. I have to work at it, and which is probably why I'm quite good speaking, because I'm not very clever up here. And I have to really break it down. And then when you get to another level in the business, you get more bonus, POB. And you'll also get the luxury of being paid money to incentivize your team and actually put some incentives out there. So if you see some of the leaders within the business doing incentives, trips away, meals out, that's because they're going to get paid a little bit more to treat you. I don't know the last time my company that made 2.4 trillion has ever taken me out to Centre Parks or to a night out, or actually, I don't remember the last time. But you get that all as part of this business. All you got to do is want it and then work to it. Set your goals high, but realize you don't go from here to there in a day. There are steps along the way, and sometimes you might fall down a few steps. But it's not the falling down which is the end unless you walk away from it. It's the get back up and go again. You see a child fall down when they're walking for the first time, they fall over, you don't say to them, oh, don't worry, you do it next time. Oh, don't worry, you don't need to do that. The first thing you do as a parent is you say, oh my God, that's amazing. Quick, get back up, try again. Same with this business. Get back up, dust yourself down, try again. Honestly, guys, it's a real simple business made difficult by overthinkers. I don't think I'll be very good at it. I don't think I'm very good on social media. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can do this. Hey, you are still here today. No matter how old you are, you've beaten every single day that's been put in front of you until this very moment. Okay, no day has ever beaten you because you're all still here. You're all still fighting. You're all still getting up, dusting yourself down. You've all got your own DMOs that you think Sara was talking about. I can't do that. You do it anyway. You get up, you brush your teeth. You get up, you check your phone, you go to the toilet, you brush your teeth, you get in the shower, you get in your car, you go to work. That's a DMO. That is a DMO. You're doing it anyway. So why not add in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour a day to try and do something for you and your family rather than putting that money in my boss's back pocket when he earned, God knows, actually, I know how much his bonus was last year. It was a 6-figure sum and I've put that in his back pocket whilst I'm walking away with nothing. So I would much rather be doing this and putting something in my back pocket for me and my family than doing it for someone else. I really do hope, I know I rambled on a little bit, I really do hope that that's simplified it, did for me. So hopefully that's helped you. And if that helps you explain it to other potential team members in that way, great, all for that.
Amazing. Thank you, Shanton. I think you're absolutely amazing. And you know what? It's so true, because I think, especially if you've been involved in the business for a long time, you can massively overcomplicate this. Before you know it, you've listened to 40,000 people who've said, do this, try this. And your DMO goes from being like 3 things to being like, actually, I've got to do this. Where's the time coming from? And it's such a simple business. And when you explain it like that and you keep it like that, you know, that's when the results show. And also just get back up and go again. That's such an important part of our business. There's going to be so many times that you feel like, you know, I can't do this, or I've slipped up, or, you know, who's ever missed a promotion and been so close? How frustrating is that? And you have to get up and go again, and that's when the results show. That's
life. Like, you don't give up on life, or you certainly don't aim to. So I mean, Sara, I've followed you for many years, and you probably have had more to contend with in the last 2 years than most of us do in a lifetime. But that doesn't stop you. That's the driving force behind it. And you need to have that driving force behind you and what you want to achieve. And, you know, I say that to everybody. What is your why? What is going to make you get your ass out of bed and do this every single day? Because you cannot achieve anything great, anything in your life if you give up the first time someone says no.
Amazing.
You might win the lottery, but that's about it.
Well, there's always hope. Thank you so much, Shanton. You was amazing. Have you got a special guest for us?
I don't. Unfortunately, they're all on another event. So they're all doing events this morning. So
no worries.
And I've got 2 rooms to paint because we've been doing the home decorations. So yeah.
You're going to try and drag this Paul out as much as you can, aren't you?
Well, I didn't finish until gone 11 last night, and I was up at 8:30 this morning again doing it. But again, that's because if you're passionate about it and you want to do it, you just crack on and get it done well to the best of your ability.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Shanton. Just sit in this room and keep your headphones in and say, oh no, it's still going.
I think Michelle's got it downstairs on her phone and she's painting it.
Hi, Michelle.
It'll either be that followed by a podcast, because I'm going to take your lead on this one. I need to do some more.
Yeah, definitely. Shanton, thank you so much. You was amazing as always.
No problems. Have a good afternoon, everybody.
And you, thank you. How incredible was that, guys? Pop in the comments what your top takeaway was from that. Mine was definitely just get back up and go again. Suck it up, keep going, keep going, keep going. So we are going to move on to our fourth speaker of the day. Very, very excited about this one. She is one of my favourite speakers to listen to. Always brings the passion, always brings the excitement. So it's the lovely Santa. She is the first Latvian National Marketing Director. She's been part of the Juice Plus company for 2 years in March. She's originally from Latvia, but has been in the UK for 15 years and is mum to a teenage boy. Her mission is to inspire women to want and dream more. And after having a successful career in the corporate world, she felt like she was trading time for money and wasn't in control of her life. And her dream was to have choices in life. She is passionate about helping others to show there is another way in life and you can have a successful career, be successful and be a mum too. Amen to that. Follow your dreams. They know the way. That's Santa's motto. And she's going to be talking to us today about creating an effective DMO.
Hi, lovely. Hope you're well. Oh my God, you know what? Every time I get on Zoom calls, I still get nervous. And so many people say it's going to get easier with time. And yes, it does. But actually, we sometimes look at these people who speak on stages and everything. We think, oh, it's so easy for them. So anyone who's on this call, I can promise you, I do still get nervous, but it's kind of a nice nervous. So thank you, Sara, for introduction. Hi, everyone. And I'm going to talk about the 90-day plan, which I'm super excited. And it was funny that James asked me to speak about this because I'm literally just finished tomorrow my 90-day plan, and I started in January. But first question is, guys, have you heard about 90-day game plan? Let's put in a chat number one if you have ever heard about it. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share my kind of numbers, what I have achieved, and kind of give you top takeaways, what I learned and everything. But let's put in chat number two if you heard about it, but it's kind of like been, yes, it's something that everybody keeps talking about it, but I've never actually done it. I don't really understand why do I need to do it, because I feel like I'm consistent every day. And that was actually me, funny enough. And I've been in the business for 3 years. Literally this week I've celebrated my 3rd anniversary with Juice Plus. And before I share my kind of top takeaways and some tips, I'm going to tell you first, when I joined the business, I was super scared, and I was the person who said, who's going to buy from me? So put a number 5 in chat if you have ever thought about this, like, is it going to work? Is it going to be me who's going to buy? Am I worth this? And that was actually me. I was super scared. I was like, you're never ever going to see me on live videos, and now I do 2 live videos a day. So if you are there, honestly, just trust the process, keep on going, and you will get there. So why 90 days? We hear so many times, so many people go 90 days, vegan, 90 days, alcohol free, 90 days, and everybody talks about these 90 days. So let me share why 90 days. We actually need 21 days to break a habit, but as we know with habits, you know, it's us who makes that habit so we can undo, but 90 days makes it permanent. So anything that you do consistently for 90 days, it will become a habit which will stay there, and it will become a lot easier. So let me share some of my results for last 90 days, and I guess that is kind of like reason why I'm asking everybody to listen what I've got to share. I'm not better than anyone else. We've got so incredible speakers already on the Zoom call, but I just want to share my results just so you know what is possible if you really are kind of, you know, on the ball with the 90 days. So in my last 90 days, personally, I recruited over 16 new team members. I had over 55 new customers. I grew my pay line by £10,000. We have 14 people in our team who qualified for Mallorca incentive, and we had 17 people who qualified for the March double bonus. So it definitely works. And in March, actually this week, I was ending the month and I was like, second week in March, it was really, really slow. And again, in them times when you kind of feel the business is not moving, there is no customers, honestly, you just need to keep on going. And at the end, last week, I think in last 3 days, we had over 100 customers in last 3 days. So it's not what we did in last week. It was all compound effect that we did from the 1st of January. So, okay, 5 things. I'm going to share you 5. I like things simple. I'm super simple. I'm literally paper and pen girl. I haven't got a fancy presentations. I'm not very good at things like that. So if you're somebody like that, honestly, you can still be successful. So number 1, what is the thing that you need to do when you kind of go, okay, I want to do 90 days? You need to decide. And it sounds so kind of simple, like, what do you mean I need to decide? But you need to decide. You are committing to 90 days starting from today, tomorrow, Monday, and I'm actually committing. I'm saying out loud on the Zoom call now in front of 137 people, I'm doing the next 90-day plan from the 4th of April. And you know what, it makes me super uncomfortable because I've just done one and the results are incredible, and it's so easy to go, oh, okay, I'm gonna rest. No time for rest. We're gonna keep on going, and from 4th of April, I'm going to do my next 90-day game plan. And it's so scary. Why? Because there are so many excuses in our head. Like April, we've got events. In May, we've got Mallorca, we got London event. Then June, it's kind of summertime. And it makes me uncomfortable to say I'm going to be super consistent in my business. But that is number 1 thing you need to do. You need to decide. You need to decide. And before I move on to number 2, I'm going to quickly actually tell you, I've been in a business for 3 years, and I heard about this 90 days so many times. Every single Zoom call, you need to do 90 days, you need to do 90 days. And I was like, yeah, I'm already consistent, I'm doing my business. But I wasn't. And you know why? Because these 90 days show me that I was so uncomfortable. I think by day 65, I wanted to give up. I was tired. I was like, do I continue? Do I take a break? And when you actually really concentrate and decide to do 90 days, you will know you are doing it, because it will make you super, super uncomfortable. But number 1, just decide, commit, say out loud, say to everyone, say to your partner, say to your family, just say, from today, I'm doing 90 days focus in my business. Number 2 for me, it's what actually I realized after these 90 days, the reason why I have never really committed to 90 days. You need to be uncomfortable. The reason for 90 days is not to be in your comfort zone, but you need to be uncomfortable. The day I've decided I'm doing 90 days, I did list of my DMO, non-negotiable, what I'm going to do. And looking at that list, it made me sweat. It made me super uncomfortable. And I realized that was one thing missing from previous 2 years I've been in a business. I did DMO consistently, but that DMO did not make me uncomfortable. And as we know, nothing grows in your comfort zone. So I can share with you what is my DMO. And again, my DMO for some people might feel like it's too crazy. But again, you know, you need to look where you at. So I do 2 live videos a day. So I do one on Facebook, one on Instagram. And people go like, why? We just need to be everywhere. The more people will see you, the more chances you've got for exposure. And again, with live videos, I used to do live video for 30 minutes, but I realized, you know, you don't have to be online for 30 minutes. Even 3 to 5 minutes live video is enough. And what I realized, we are so busy. And if somebody sees you on live video for 30 minutes, the chances of that person watching that live is very slim. But if they see you just doing little short live videos, they're probably going to engage more. So don't be scared of going live just for 3 to 5, 7 minutes. So my live video on Facebook, 5 minutes, Instagram, 3 minutes, that's it, 7 minutes, and I've done 2 live videos. I do 1 post on Facebook, I do 1 post on Instagram, I do 1 reel a day, and from that Instagram reel I do TikTok, I do Facebook, and I do YouTube shorts. So again, you know, you don't have to do different materials like content for every platform, you just do on one and copy on other ones. Then I do 1 group post in Facebook, I do 1 blitz where it's 30 minutes activity, and I do 1 podcast a day. So that DMO, it's about 45 an hour a day. So anyone can do it. There is no excuses. But again, you know, it makes me uncomfortable doing live video every single day, and for last 90 days there was 3 days that I didn't do live video because I was extremely poorly, but I did not miss a day, and it made me so uncomfortable. But I actually have committed till end of the year doing live video every single day, and it makes me absolutely sweat. But I realize, you know, things that make you uncomfortable will make you grow. But yeah, make yourself uncomfortable and not comfortable. So if you are currently thinking that you are in 90 days but your DMO is not making you uncomfortable, you are not. That is one thing I can promise you. What is the difference of you being in consistent mode and you doing 90 days? So make yourself uncomfortable. Number 3, you have to declare it. You have to go out and say, right, these are the things I'm committed to do on the days that the whole world is falling apart. And believe me, I can tell you, in these last 90 days, I had a day, and last time I've shared on this Zoom call that I had experience in airport, that I was going to Dubai and my passport was expired and they didn't let me go on this flight. Anyway, long story short, is still that day I did my DMO. So you need to declare what is your daily method of operation, what you're gonna do on the days that you fall ill, your children are in hospital, and you know, do not wish anybody to have these problems and obstacles, but let's be honest, we're all gonna have obstacles in our lives. But you need to know exactly what is your DMO, non-negotiables. And I know Sara shared obviously hers non-negotiables, and I totally agree. You know, once you wake up earlier and do these things, like at the moment it's 11 and I've done already 1 live video, I've done my stories, I've done my posts, I've done my reels, and I'm in Ireland. I actually flew to Ireland. We've got an event later on. I literally need to go in half an hour to the next event. But again, there is no excuses. I know my DMO, and the way I say it's always easy to kind of not do it if we haven't got the list. Is the same, like, for example, if you don't know what you're going to have for dinner tonight, it's so much easier to maybe order takeaway, maybe go out, stay off kind of plan. If you may be dieting now, if you may be trying to get your summer body and etc., if you haven't got anything planned and if you don't know what you're going to eat, it's so much easier to, you know, grab snack bag, I don't know, go out with friends. But if you know exactly what you're gonna do, you're gonna stick more than likely to that plan. So that's number 3. Number 4, and that for me is super important, and I can definitely say it's one of these things that change your business, is make yourself accountable. And so many times we hear this word accountability, but it bloody works. I go to the gym and I'm actually trained personal trainer, but I don't go and train on my own. I have a personal trainer who trains me. Why? Because with him, I'm always going to push myself more. So even in this business, you kind of, yes, you are your own boss. We all kind of join the business because we know what we're doing. We kind of just do it, but you need to make yourself accountable. So number 1, we've got accountability group every single Monday. We get on a Zoom call for 20 minutes and we share our numbers for the week. We literally go around the Zoom call and say, right, I did this, I did this, I did this. Because let's be honest, you know, we as a humans will do more for others than we will do for ourselves. And you're probably going to think, no, I do everything for myself. I'm sorry, but it's not true. And let me show you how. If you, let's say, needed, I don't know, extra money for next 3 months, you need maybe extra £1,000, maybe you want to go on holiday, maybe, I don't know, unexpected bill, maybe your mom in hospital, anything like that, you need extra money. And you're going to find the way for the other person. You're never going to let them down. You're going to find that money. You will work so much harder in your business if somebody else needs it. But actually, you could do already now for yourself, but we are in this comfort zone and we like to be comfortable. That is our human nature. But once you realize, you know, that for others, you will do more, it makes sense. Make yourself accountable. We also have a group every single night. We send our numbers, how many people we spoke, how many people we invited, what did we do today, every single day. And you know what? Me as a leader, I also send my numbers every single day. All of my team knows exactly what I do on every single day. And of course, seeing other girls, you know, doing higher numbers, I'm super competitive. So I'm like, oh, 11 o'clock at night. Okay, let me message a few more people. I don't want to be that person. And I know for fuck the girls here, Ilva, yes, discipline is a lot. Some of my girls on this Zoom call know that it helps to discipline ourselves on the days when we don't want to do anything. We also don't want to look like silly, I guess. And so many people are like, no, I don't mind what other people think about me. We do. Do you know why? If you would go on a street and you would fall down, you would not care that you just bruise your knee. First thing you would do, you would look around, see who saw me. And that is fact. We're not bothered about the fact that we're hurting ourselves, but we only bothered if somebody is watching us. So again, you know, this accountability group just helps you stay on track, and you will always do more if the people you surround yourself do more. So make yourself accountable. Number 5, this is super easy, but again, I think we need to remind ourselves that activity will bring you results. And let's be honest, we all want results. I mean, I'm going for next promotion, you are going for next promotion, we want more customers, we want all of these things. But the fact is, the activity, only activity, will get you to the results. And most people don't hit their targets, they don't get to their goals at the time we set. And this is really interesting fact, you know, but we don't. Doesn't mean we're never gonna get to this promotion. Every single month I'm like, right, I'm going for IMD, I'm going for my next promotion. Have I hit it? No, I haven't, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna hit it. So what I'm gonna say, marry the process and divorce the result. So marry the process and divorce the result. If you want people, you need to be a leader, you need to show that activity works. And for me, it's definitely super important as a leader to do everything myself, because let's be honest, you know, we cannot even attract people who are in a way better than us. We need to show the way. So honestly, you know, all you need to do these 90 days, forget about the result. You just need to focus on activity. And like I shared at the start, March started super quiet for me, and I was like, oh, of course it's hard when there is no customers. 2-3 weeks, maybe 2 months, you've got 0 customers. You just need to keep on going. It's like a compound effect, it's like domino effect, you know. But 90 days can change your business literally like that. And the last thing that I want to share is, we are here as a business franchise partners, and so many times we treat this as a business. But what I want to say is, treat this business as a job. I'm going to say this again, but treat this business as a job. Why? Because in a job, you go to the job and your boss going to say, you need to do one live video, you need to do 1 post, you need to do this, and you're going to do it, and you're going to get the results. But sometimes in this business, we start and we treat this as a business as we already made it, but we still need to work here. Nothing is going to come easy. Success is not an accident. Success is very, very intentional. It's the activities that we do every single day, but you need to treat this as at work. And so many people are here when I speak to them about the business, like, oh, Santa, no, I can't join the business because I've never done social media. It's like the same. If you go for a job interview and your boss says, okay, you're going to start 9 till 5, you're going to have 1 hour lunch, and you need to wear, I don't know, uniform. It's like, oh no, currently I'm waking up at 10. Yeah, every day I'm just wearing trainers and my gym gear. No, I can't do this job. No, we're not going to say that. So again, you know, just treat this as a job, not as a business in a way, and you will get these results. So that's kind of from me. If anybody wants to have my DMO, I'm actually done it on like a, not PDF, on the Word document. Feel free to reach out on Instagram. My name is Santa Benga, and reach out. I'm happy to share my list, what I do every single day. I've done it, so I'm more than happy to share that. And if you are ready to start your 90 days, please tag me on Instagram. I am in, so I can make a note and we can check in after 90 days and exchange the results. But honestly, guys, decide, make yourself accountable, get rid of all the distractions and just do it. It's amazing. Okay, I do have a guest. I've got a beautiful girl called Cynthia. She's going to share experience about the product, but before that, please let's put in a chat. Cynthia hit yesterday senior partner. She's absolutely amazing. And one thing I'm going to say, guys, keep on going, because you don't know who's watching you. This girl watched me for quite a while, and sometimes we think, oh, there is nobody watching, there is no customers, etc. But they are all watching, and they will come to you at the right time. But one thing I'm going to say, they will never ever come to you if you give up. One thing for sure, they will never become your customers and team members the moment you get lazy, the moment you give up. They will never ever come, and you are only as good as your last paycheck. So keep on going. And I'm 100% can say, you know, I'm super consistent. I'm constantly on leaderboards. Why? Because I'm only as good as my last paycheck, and I want to be the leader people want to follow. I want to be somebody who go, right, Santa, what are you doing? Because what I do works. And this girl follows everything that I do, and she's hit senior partner. But Cynthia, I can see you there, darling. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. A little bit boring, but I'm here. All good. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, all good, darling.
Yeah, so a little bit about my journey. So I came across these amazing plant-based products about 9 months ago. I'm not gonna lie, I was so skeptical. At first, I ignored all the messages from Santa, but and it took a quiet time, like Santa said. I used to watch her about, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years, until I made my decision, and I said, yeah, let's do it. Because at first I thought products are way too expensive. I live healthy already. I don't need that. That just somehow I came to the point in my life when I decided I have to change something, because the 4 main reasons why I said yes to those products was, first, my chronic migraine, which I suffering about 10 years. So I was on really strong medication, which really didn't help me, just made me dizzy, sickness, horrible headache. You never know when I might end up on the floor, you just name it. And I thought, what can I really lose? Like the money? I spend money on my daily medication anyway. So second reason was my anxiety and my panic attacks. The third thing, definitely my skin condition, which was eczema. I'm sure everyone knows what is it. And the last thing, I don't want to say I was fat. I really hate that word, but I would say unhealthy weight. But you know what? Now it's all in the past, because I'm really, really grateful to Santa, who sent me these messages. And when I said yes to those products, because from now on, like, it's been like 9 months, I don't have my migraines anymore. I'm free of all my bad skin condition. It helps me a lot of with my anxiety and my panic attacks, and I'm more happier. I feel good. I feel better. I look better. So what can I say? It's absolutely life-changing.
Yes,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. And guys, last thing, honestly, keep on going when nobody's watching. Cynthia was watching me, and she's now my team member. She loves the products, and she shares this business opportunity. So if somebody's not answering your messages, do not take personally. Just keep on going. Please keep on going. This business incredible. You know, do your 90 days, do your next 90 days, and you will change your business. And yeah, I hope to see you all in London. Thank you so much. And yeah.
Amazing, Santa. I feel like I need to give you a round of applause. It's amazing. So many top tips, and thank you so much for sharing your DMO with everyone, because I know everyone's going to be getting on that, aren't you? Everyone's going to be doing their lives, and they're real. And I loved about the accountability zone. There's so much I could go through. Really, really enjoyed it. And Cynthia, you look incredible, by the way. You've definitely got the Juice Plus glow. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you both coming on this morning. So guys, we are going to move on to our fifth speaker. Just feel like there's been so much amazing value and content this morning, and there is still more to come. So up next we have got Zvonko, who is a presidential marketing director. He originally trained as a mechanical engineer and obtained a BSc degree. He became the first national marketing director in Canada with Juice Plus. He went on to become a Club 100 member, and Juice Plus has given him the flexibility to live and work between Toronto, California, London, Spain, Belgrade, and Serbia, where he is originally from. His mission statement is to effect positive social change through raising awareness about the importance of optimal nutrition. And he's going to be talking to us today about why he is so passionate about the Juice Plus company. I hope if you are on, you just need to unmute yourself, please.
So can you hear me now?
I can do, thank you.
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me, and thank you for that nice introduction. So I'm really excited to share kind of a few of my views, why am I here, and why I have been with the company for 20 plus years, and hopefully I'll be for 20 plus more, right? So, just to kind of quickly give you my story, I really started the business without any experience, but the idea of having a freedom, being independent, affecting people in a good way, making people in a way happy, or sometimes even if they don't realize that they could have a different lifestyle. I think it's very, very fulfilling for all of us, especially when we examine that part, you know, why we are in this world, and, you know, what are we contributing, on what side, you know, are we putting in? Are we putting in more on light side or dark side, whatever, right? And I think, you know, a lot of people, especially today, are in a lot of introspection, because we are going through some tremendous changes that probably I don't know how many lifetimes we haven't experienced this massive change that is happening in society now. But as I said, you know, I liked everything about the business, and you know, I just got excited and started doing a lot of events, small events, especially on the weekends, and within 1 year, our team reached the top position, which was at that time National Marketing Director in Canada. And this was really when at the time when we did not know how to market Juice Plus, because it was a brand new thing, and for a lot of people it's still brand new thing today, 20 plus years later. But I'll never forget the introduction of Juice Plus, and I think also this is another reason why I've been all these years with the company and why I'm excited about the company. But I remember Jay Martin on introduction of Juice Plus, we all know, what companies do when they have a new product launch. It's a lot of like a fireworks, all of the stuff, right? But he simply basically told us, listen, this is a new thing, we are excited about this, but, just start taking it, take it yourself. If you like it, start sharing it. And this was the key sentence that he said. And he said, if people buy, it will sell. If people buy, it will sell. And really, this is, so there's nothing fake here, right? So there is no any bells and whistles. This is real product. And we can say 20 plus years later that millions of people have bought it, right? And this is why it is such the most successful nutritional product in the world, right? So I would say, that was one of the reasons why I'm excited about the company, because it has a sound philosophy, right? It has a maybe a little bit conservative philosophy for some for somebody's taste, but that's what it is. And this is the reason why 50 years later, company is still in the business, and the president is still the same guy who started the company 50 years ago. And really, when you live your life and you speak to your friends or acquaintances or family, everybody, whether they have a business or they work for the company, you can always ask them, how old is their business, how long they have had their business, or how long the company that they are with, how long they've been in the business, and how many presidents did they change, and all of that stuff. So it's almost unheard of to find a company that has been in the business for 20 plus years now, right? And the same guy who started it with like $500 being a teacher is still there, coming to the office every day, right? So that's almost unheard of. But again, tells you a lot about why a lot of us are here for so many years, and why we are going to be here for so many years. So another thing that I'm excited about the company is that they are very progressive in a sense, because if you just look at what we do today, juice plus fruits and vegetables in a capsule, and when you talk to people, some people today, they look at you like you just fell from some other planet. What are you talking about, right? So they didn't know that something like that was possible. But think about 20 plus years ago, when this idea was introduced, how progressive was then. So we were really truly pioneers, right? And move on, think about our garden now, right? We introduced it about 10 years ago in North America, and it's coming to Europe now. But think about how relevant that and revolutionary Tower Garden idea is, because I think all along we talked about this idea that we want to buy and want to consume high quality foods. That's one of the reasons why all of us are taking Juice Plus for all these years, right? And and there was a segment of society that was aware of quality of the food, GMO, non-GMO, all of those things, pesticides, herbicides, cleanliness of the food. But now, in the last 2 years, we have entered totally different arena as far as food is concerned, and that's also a control of your food, right? Because now, I mean, if you read the news or listen to the news, which I don't recommend if you want to stay sane, right? But there's a lot of talk about food shortages and crisis and all of that stuff. And this idea that you can grow your own food and there is nobody in between the seed, maybe of some favorite tomato that you took from the garden of your grandmother, and you plant it into your tower, and then you have a tomato, right? And when it's ripe, you pick it up and you make a salad. And that's ultimate. That's beyond organic, beyond all of those things, right? So it just tells you about the relevance of the idea, right? And why I'm excited about the company is because we don't know what product we are going to have 10 years from now. It is again, but it is going to be something that nobody has, and eventually everybody is going to have. And if you go back to the 50 years history of the company, companies started by introducing the smoke detectors when it was totally new idea. That stuff did not exist in the people's consciousness, right? But today, wherever you live, you have a smoke detector in your house, right? And then company moved into a water filtration to clean up your water, right? And then air filtration. Think about that as well, right? So a lot of us have water filters and air filters in our homes now, but 20, 30 years ago was not the case. And then we moved into this whole new arena of whole food nutrition. Until then, it was all fragments, black and white television kind of thing, and then we introduced the color TV, right? The whole food nutrition. So that is another thing. What am I excited about is the most that I'm excited about is that 10 years from now, we are going to be doing we are going to be marketing a product that does not exist today. But that's a philosophy of the company, and they are always going to move into that direction. They are in this what if in a possibilities stage, right? So if you are just brand new or you are just starting and you think, you guys started like, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever, it does not matter, because if you just talk about Juice Plus today, again, we have a bigger market this year than what we had last year, right? If you think about it, more people have turned 18, have become adults this year than how many customers worldwide we added, right? So our market is bigger this year than it was last year. So really, you can look at this idea, this project as a long-term project, and if your goal is maybe just to start and make some extra money, that's fantastic. And if that's all what you see right now, it's amazing. But let me let me give you one little idea. Stay open, because your vision is going to grow. If that's your vision right now, it's amazing, but most likely it is going to grow, because as you start experiencing little successes, little results, your vision is going to change. It is going to become bigger. Your perception of yourself is going to be different. You're going to start believing more in yourself. You're going to realize that not only you can help yourself, but you can help other people. And that is a noble thing, and probably the most exciting thing that we can do in our lives is to help somebody else realizing who they could be, right? Because and that is also going to be a result of us going through that phase, through that process of starting with one idea, arriving somewhere with much bigger idea, realizing what is our potential, finding ourselves, waking up to who we really are and who we really could be, and inspiring other people to do the same, right? So this is something that is so precious, and sometimes we take it for granted, right? Because really, if you think about it, the times that we live in now, we have two major pivoting points, where the people consciousness today is on these 2 points. And the first point is health, right? Because there was so much fear mongering last 2 years that even people that did not want to look into their health are starting to do that now, right? And we have a perfect opportunity for them, perfect product, how to improve your immune system in a very, very simple way, non-controversial way, universal way, right? By increasing the intake of fruits and vegetables, right? And the second pivoting point is like, what is going to happen with my economy, with my lifestyle, right? So what is going to happen with my job, or if I have a business, what is going to happen with my business? Well, we have this project that we have been doing it online for all these years, and it is just growing. And you can see that through all this, the whole world was going through the crisis last 2 years, but we were thriving, right? So again, I think this is going back again to the philosophy of the company of finding something that nobody has, and and eventually everybody is going to have, but without tricks, right? So it has to be solid. And I don't want to take too much of everybody's time, but I would just like to finish this with with this promise. I don't know how many of you have seen this promise of Jay Martin, but our president who started the company 50 years ago. But I just wanted to kind of finish off by reading this Jay Martin promise statement. And that is that we promise to keep Juice Plus the best product of its kind in the world. We promise to keep Juice Plus the most thoroughly researched product of its kind in the world. We promise to continue to improve the whole Juice Plus experience. We promise to demonstrate that Juice Plus is not just a product, but also a catalyst for change. And this is really huge, right? Because we start thinking differently. We promise to keep Juice Plus affordable for everyone. We promise to keep the Juice Plus virtual franchise or personal franchise the best opportunity of its kind in the world. And we promise to harness the awesome power of internet, right? We are all experiencing that. We promise to continue to attract and develop young management team for the future. We promise to continue to expand Juice Plus brand. And we promise to be the best corporate citizen that we can possibly be. So you can see that we are now in 20 plus countries, but in the next 5 years, we are going to be in over 100 countries. So really the best time to do the business. So if you're kind of sitting on a fence and looking at this, is just to get involved and get started and really unleash yourself, because this is fantastic project that you can really experience so many incredible things, right? So that would be a little bit on why am I excited and why I have been so long with the company.
Zvonko, thank you so much for that. I mean, God, after that presentation, who else is excited about being in the Juice Plus company? Aren't we so lucky? Thank you for sharing your amazing views of the future, and I love your story. And honestly, it just gives me goosebumps all the time when I hear people who've been in the company for 10, 20, 30 years, like yourself and James. And that's what attracted me, because
don't forget Nikki Tolson.
And Nikki and all the other people there. I think Gordon's here as well.
Yeah. I saw Eddie Shaughnessy as well.
Yeah, we've got lots of long timers, and that just shows like how amazing it is that we've got people like yourself who've been in the company for all these years and still really excited about where it's going. And that statement that you've just read out from Jay Martin is just like, it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. And yeah, we're just kind of leaders in the world, pioneering company, always seeing things before other companies do, and one step ahead. And what an exciting place to be. So who is excited after hearing that presentation? I am. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Let you get back to your driving.
Thank you.
All right, so if everyone can just put in the chat there their top tip there and what they're excited about after that Zvonko's amazing presentation, and then we're going to go on to our absolute superstar and queen of Juice Plus.
Paula, just before we do this, Dani, I believe, has got a guest who's going to speak before she speaks.
Okay, Dani, have you got your guest there?
Hi, yes, she's on. I actually thought she was going to speak after, but she's ready. So let me find her. Let me make sure she's on. So Stacey, who I'm going to invite on, is really excitable like me. She's been in the business obviously less time than I have, but she actually left at one point and come back, right? And this is just absolutely crazy, obviously, and people obviously do it, and she realizes that Juice Plus is the only place to be, and she come back and she did SSC in 4 months, which is just totally incredible, and she is really smashing it. So I have, I'm not host, I can't ask from you. Her name is Stacey Kelly. Whoever can unmute Stacey. I think you can unmute yourself actually, Stace.
Yeah, she can, yeah.
Hello.
There she is. We can hear you.
That's all right then.
Go.
I'm going to apologise if anybody screams my name in the next 3 minutes, but this is part of my journey. This is part of why I do this business. So I'm going to try and not take up too much time. But I am a mum of 2. I have a stepchild and I have a adopted child as well. And life is crazy at the minute, absolutely crazy. But this is part of my journey and why I'm so excited about this business and why I love it. So I first started 6 years ago. I was in this business. I was very young. I was a new mum. I had no clue what I was doing in life. Had this new child. I worked at a school. I was a teacher for 7 years. And I had to go back to work. And that really didn't sit well with me, that I was leaving my baby with somebody else. It used to be very traumatic. He used to cry. I used to cry every single morning. And it was not the best year of my life. And I thought, there must be more to life than this. I can't do this every single day. And the opportunity come to take the product. And I thought, you know, I don't really want to spend too much money. I'm going to try these berry capsules. And if they're good, I'll invest in something else. And the partner at the time said, just try the business. Like, if you're buying the product, you might as well join the business. And my confidence at the time was shot. Like, just had a baby, sort of lost myself a little bit. But then I took the product. I fell in love with the product. I bought every product going and I just loved it. So obviously I joined the business. I reached SSC in the business over sort of 3 years. Absolutely loved it. Life took a turn and I thought there was something better out there. The fool that I was at the time, I thought there'll be something better out there. I can get more money. I can get this, I can get that. And boy, was I wrong. But I was so glad that that happened, because it would have never have led me onto the path that I am now, on the path of love and community and excitement. And when I left, I was alone. And the business that I joined, it wasn't the family that I knew. It wasn't the Juice Plus community, the family, the love, the caring. You don't get that anywhere else. So knowing that you always say you don't know what you've got until it's gone. And I was counting down the days, literally count down the days to reopen my office. It's actually the 25th of April. So it'll be 2 years this April. We was counting down the days so I could open up my office and I could scream and shout about these products. Meanwhile, in the year that I did that, I had another child. I had to adopt another child. We had a death, we had COVID, we had all of this happening, but it just led me closer to the business. In my mind, I thought, I can't go to work. I've got a newborn baby. I need to look after my health, my children's health, have this transformation. And that's what I did. I used the business, used the product to fuel me through lockdown. And I literally flew through five promotions. So I did like the first one in like half an hour, SP within 3 days, SC within sort of my first 6 weeks, and got up to SSC, which I am at the minute. And I'm loving all the growth. And we were speaking about this the other day, that I've been on this call listening to this now. You grow into your position. And I know for a fact that the journey that I'm on at the minute will lead me towards NMD, will lead me towards PMD. And all the things that have happened before has helped me grow and helped me be so grateful for my business. For example, today, my children are playing in the garden. I'm able to jump on here for 2 minutes. And it's just having that freedom to do what I want. I also do a beauty business. Juice Plus has paid for all of my courses, my buildings, everything for that. So I absolutely love the time freedom that I get with this. And yeah, my journey has been incredible, and it's been quick, and it has been exciting. And now is the point where I think Santa said it, don't sit back and relax now. You've got to work even harder now to get to that next position, get your team to those clubs, get the club positions in. And I just absolutely love this business. I don't actually know what I would do with my day if I didn't do Juice Plus. What would my day consist of? Because I know I wouldn't work out. I know I wouldn't eat right. I know I wouldn't make myself accountable. And this business makes me accountable for my whole life. And it's changed me as a person. I want more from life, not materialistic things.
Things back to mine, Diddley.
Oh, just just more in general, being able to go to Costa Coffee without counting the pennies, and being able to treat my boys to things without saying no. And for me as a busy mom, that's what this business has given me, is that flexibility to enjoy life a little bit more. So that's me, unless you want me to say anything else, Dan.
No, that's absolutely fine. Shall I just go straight on?
Should I just say a little bit about you?
Yeah,
first,
sure.
Well, first of all, can I just say, absolutely amazing, Stacey, you absolute superwoman. I mean, honestly, I couldn't keep up with all the things that she does in her life. And then, but it just goes to show that you've got that strong why, and then it just pushes you forward. And I love the fact that you're saying it makes you accountable for your health as well. So absolutely amazing and well done. I've got absolutely no doubt that you're going to fly all the way up to the top, especially with Dani as your mentor. So Dani is PMD Club 100, was a teacher, another teacher, been in the Juice Plus business for 6 years, a year to NMD, 3 years to PMD, does the business full time around with her husband Ross. And she's going to talk today about what it takes to be successful in Juice Plus. So hi Dani.
Hi, thank you so much for the intro. Thank you, Stacey, for speaking, and thank you to all of the fantastic speakers on today's call. It's been absolutely incredible. Always love these mornings, and there's so much value. So when it gets to me at the end, I'm always like, how can I top all of the value that's been given today? It's just absolutely insane. But my biggest takeaway from this morning is kind of like how we are one big family, and how there is no place like Juice Plus. I mean, hearing from you guys that have been in the business for like 30 years, I mean, you guys are the real inspirations, and you are the guys that should be talking about, how to be successful, because the longevity of it is what I'm here for. I'm here not just to change my life, but to build an incredible future, for my child and then her children, and that's what I'm here for, the longevity. So I'm really close to people like Nicola and James, and they all know that like I admire and look up to them so much, because that's what I want. I'm not here for the short game, right? I'm here for the long-term longevity of the business, and that's why our products are phenomenal. There's no other product in the world, because it's never going to go out of fashion. It is the best product in the world. Everyone needs more fruit and veg in our diet, and I know how passionate we all are on this call as health ambassadors representing this incredible health products, how passionate we all are about making ourselves healthier, becoming the best versions of ourselves, and inspiring that, right? That is what we do. We inspire healthy living around the world, and I absolutely love it. And then the business side of it, it is a longevity business, and these guys that have been in the business for so long are just proof of that. And I still feel like I'm a baby in the way, because I've been here for 6 years, and even though that's quite a long time and I've achieved so much and I have been successful in those 6 years, I've still got so much to learn. I've still got so much growing to do, and I think that is it. No matter whether you're a partner plus or whether you're a PMD plus, we still have learning and growing to do every single day, and that's how you keep building your business forward. As long as you keep growing and you still wake up every single day as a partner, there's no ego in this business. You don't become like, someone that you've got this ego and you think you're better than anyone else or anything like that, right? You have to keep grounded, and you have to keep growing, and never think that you're better than anyone, because you aren't. In this business, I think our job is to find people and to make them better, and that's what I always pride myself on, whether it's a client, whether it's a team member, right? I find people and I make them better. And then if people were to leave my business or to go on a new journey, you can kind of say, well, I did my best in helping that person to become the best version of themselves, right? I love helping people to believe in themselves. I love helping people to believe that they can have any life they want. They can become anyone they want. Whether they join this business and they're not healthy at all, they can become healthier. They join this business and they haven't necessarily got the things they want or the life they want or the mindset they want. This community and this business can help you to have everything. It can help you to have everything that you could ever dream of: a fantastic life, fantastic health. What's the point of having a fantastic life if you haven't got fantastic health, right? That's why I look at these other network marketing companies, as amazing as they look, but I feel like everything that we do goes hand in hand, because what's the point in becoming a PMD and having this incredible life if you're not living a healthy life, right? Because without health, we are nothing. And that's why I love this opportunity so much, because it's everything. We become the best versions of ourselves, health-wise, why we create a phenomenal life, right? Which hopefully we can all grow old and enjoy, because, we're looking after our health, and that's absolutely incredible. Okay, so what it takes to be successful. This is literally the best topic I could have been asked to speak about today, because I love helping people to realize they can be successful and they can have it all with this business. They can have it all. It's actually your decision. You make the decision, I'm going to be successful. No one else can make that decision for you. You have to make that decision, right? So I'm going to ask you all a question in the chat right now, right? Who wants to be successful in Juice Plus? Who wants to be the next NMD, PMD? Pop it in the chat, because I want to know that I'm talking to people that are ready and hungry to be successful. Because sometimes when I get into these calls, I get really passionate and I get really loud, and I could scare people, because people could think you really have to be like, you really have to do all of that, right? But I'm talking to people. I can see all the me's here, I can see all the yeses here. I am talking to 128 people that are here to be successful, right? So I'm not going to scare anyone by telling you how hard I've worked or how passionate I am or what I do in my DMO, because you're all here for it, yeah? You've let me know in the chat. You're all here to be successful. Okay, so I'll tell you what it takes, right? It takes discipline. You have to be disciplined, right? And all of the things that have already been spoken about on this call in terms of waking up early, DMO, self-development, you have to be disciplined, okay? That's whether you work full-time, whether you work part-time, you have to be disciplined. The next thing is probably the most important thing. You have to have belief. If you don't believe that you're going to be successful, you won't. Doesn't matter if I believe that you're going to be successful. If you don't believe it, you won't. You have to have belief. And in this company, in this industry, in what we do, you have to have belief in a few things, right? You have to have belief in the products that you're promoting, and that's why I absolutely loved Sue's presentation earlier. Absolutely incredible, because you have to have belief. You have to have that knowledge in the products that you're promoting, and you have to have belief in them, right? Because when we start Juice Plus, and a lot of people, we start online, we don't know too much about it, you're going to get attacked, right? You're going to get people tell you your products are rubbish. You can buy a cheaper vitamin here or there. Like, why are your products so good? And we're not in the game of convincing. You don't have to argue with that person. You don't have to convince them that Juice Plus is the best, as long as you know, right? Because all of this stuff gets into our mindset. And as long as you know these products are bulletproof, that other people's opinions don't matter, right? But you have to know, right? So you have to have belief in the products. The next thing you have to have belief in is the company. You have to have belief in the company that you work for, because otherwise you will be one of these people that just go to another one, go to another one, go to another one. You have to have belief in the company, right? And you can make that belief rock solid, right, by getting around people in the company. I loved the mission statement that was read out earlier, and what Jay Martin's vision is and everything like that, right? You have to have this kind of knowledge and belief in the company. The industry, you have to have belief in the industry. You have to know that this industry is what's going to get you to create the life of your dreams, right? But apart from all that, the biggest thing you need to have belief in is what? Let me know in the chat, right? I don't think I need to say it. You need to have belief in you, because it's all right to watch me on the call, or watch Sara on the call, or watch Shanton on the call, and everyone else, and think, oh my God, they're incredible. I could never be like that. I could never do what they do. I could never be how they are, right? But you've got to get that out of your head, right? Me, Sara, Shanton, whoever's spoken on this call, we are normal people that have said yes to this opportunity and just worked on ourselves and worked on our belief. And that's why we are where we are. You can create that same belief in yourself. You have to create that belief in yourself, right? Because I'll go back to my original point, right? Is if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. So people often say to me, oh, I really struggle with getting sales or recruitment. But if you don't wake up every single morning thinking you're going to get a sale or thinking you're going to get a team member, you're not going to, right? So you have to have belief in you, right? And there's been some really amazing tips on this call today about doing your affirmations, doing your self-development, listening to podcasts, right? And all of this stuff you do have to do, because ultimately you have to work on you, and you have to know that you are going to be the next person to be successful in Juice Plus. You're going to be talking on one of these calls as a presidential marketing director one day. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? And it's okay if you don't. That's the thing you have to work on, right? Because there might be so many people on here that think, oh, I just don't know, right? So you have to work on that belief, right? And you will get there. If you work on it every single day, you will get there, and you will start to believe in you. And you have to truly believe in you to be successful, right? You have to have determination. So you have to have a next level determination that you are like, I am going to do it. I am going to be successful. I am going to change my life with this business, right? You have to have insane work ethic. This is whether you're doing it in 10 minutes or 1 hour or 10 hours. You have to have a work ethic, okay? And you have to go through what we go through, which is growth, right? You have to grow yourself, your mindset, who you are every single day, okay? So you have to have all of those things, right? If you are building online, like a lot of us do now, right? I know a lot of guys that have been doing it for a while, you do it different ways for events and talking to people and something. It's really scary, right? Because so many of us like are okay to speak to people online, but we won't speak to people offline, right? And it's absolutely crazy. So we have to develop these skills to speak to people, whether it's online or offline. We have to be speaking to people, right? So I think where a lot of people go wrong, especially people that come in now, and we kind of like, I don't know if I can call myself the younger generation now. I'm kind of in between now, aren't I? There's so many people do it now. They're so much younger than me, you know, but like the people that come in now and we're doing it all like online, it's kind of like they come in and they post and they pray. Right, that's it. That's their technique. They post and they pray. I'm going to put some posts up and I am going to pray that someone is going to approach me and say, let me buy all of your products, right? I'm going to post and I'm going to pray. Someone is going to come to me and say, please let me join your team. It'll be nice. And if you post really, really well, occasionally it will happen, right? For attraction marketing and stuff like that. You can have people that come to you and say, can I buy your products and can I buy your team, join your team? It happens. It happens to me all the time because I've got really good at this attraction marketing, okay? But we do have to reach out, we do have to speak to people, and we do have to build these relationships. We cannot post and pray, right? I say it all the time because people do. People come into this business and they post and pray. You can't do it. You've got to eventually speak to people, okay? So if you are growing your business on social media, we have to get better at social media, right? It's something that we have to do. Now, when I started, I was absolutely rubbish at social media. I knew nothing about it. But if that's the way you plan to build your business, I think if you're in Juice Plus and you're new to it, you have to think, what is my strategy? How am I going to build my business? We only need to do two things in Juice Plus, right? We need to get team members and we need to get customers. It's actually really, really simple what we have to do. But you have to have a strategy into how you're going to get these people. Posting and praying is not a strategy, okay? So I've built my business pretty much through posting on social media. So the first thing I figured out when I joined is I'm going to have to get better at posting on social media. If that's my strategy and that's what I'm going to do, then I have to get better at using social media, okay? So Instagram and Facebook. When I first joined, Facebook was like my main go-to platform. That is literally how I built my business. And I built my business through video content, live video. As you all know, I absolutely love live video. Now, don't get me wrong, this is something I had to build up to because when I first started, because I hate the way that I speak, I used to get bullied for the way that I speak. I was so unconfident, which probably you look at me now and you think, how was you confident? This is what I'm talking about in this business, you will grow, right? So I've gone from not being able to do a video on social media to speaking on stage in Barcelona in front of 10,000 people, right? You will grow. And as you grow, your business will grow, your mindset will grow, your income will grow. It's all growth, okay? So I went from doing my first video being absolutely terrified to now video content is literally how I got to NMD. I love video content. So when I started, it was pretty much Facebook, okay? But Instagram for me now is my go-to platform. I absolutely love it. And I think back in the day when we used to post on Facebook and that was all we could kind of do, we had to rely on people liking our content, right? And that's how we used to follow up. So if someone liked a post, we would inbox them and we would say, hey, thank you for liking my post about the capsules. Are you interested in more information? That's what we used to do. But now because social media has developed so much, there's so many more ways we can connect with people, okay? So on Instagram, we now have stories, for example, okay? This is a network marketer's dream because on our stories, you swipe up and it gives you a massive list of everyone that's watched your stories. This is your warm market. These are the people that are actively watching you. These are the people that are interested in what you're doing. So to me, Instagram coming along and kind of creating this feature, you know, and Facebook's got that now as well, it's a genius because they're the people that you need to be reaching out to. So they're the people that I would be messaging and saying, thank you so much for watching my story. You haven't even got to go in straight away with, do you want more info on the business or the product or anything like that? You can just start that relationship with them, build that connection with them, ask them about themselves, watch their story back, right? Because this is what people on Instagram want if you haven't figured it out yet. People on Instagram want likes, comments, and everything on their Instagram. They want interaction on their Instagram, right? So sometimes we get people that will go through our Instagram page and like. Sometimes it's just because they want you to do that back. They want you to like back. They want you to interact back. And that's how you build the relationship, because that's what people on Instagram want. They want you to interact with their page. And if you've got someone on Instagram that wants you to interact with their page, they would be incredible at this business, right? Because they're on there anyway. They're using the platform anyway. So they would be great at what we do, which is absolutely incredible. So on Instagram, I do a few things, right? I use my stories. I do lives. I post on my grid, and I do reels. Now, like lives were the thing that I would say got me to NMD in the first place a few years ago. I would say now the reason my business is growing so much is through my reel content, okay? Because without going into it too much, reels have got a different algorithm, and they go out to people that are not necessarily just following you. So they go out to different people based on kind of lots of different things, lots of like how you're using your hashtags or something like that. So they're going out to people that are not connected with you. So this is how I've grown my page. And in the last year, since I've been really consistent with my reels, I've grown my Instagram from maybe like 10,000 followers to 25,000 followers. And of course, that's had an impact on how many team members I recruit and how many sales I get. I actually recruited frontline 250 team members in 1 year. Which is obviously absolutely crazy. And a lot of that was through the social media bringing out new features. So when a new feature comes out, like when reels come out, I will jump on these new features really, really quickly, and it really, really helps me to connect with more people, right? Because that's what we want to do. We want to connect with more people. We want to change more people's lives, okay? So reels with me have grown my account, and they've been absolutely incredible for me. Same as stories have been something that have literally allowed me, like what with content, if I'm talking about content for a minute, I'm someone that I don't understand it when people say I don't know what to post, because if you are someone and you are growing your business on social media, there's so much to post about, right? Because first of all, you are showing the journey that you're on. So you're showing that you're having a shake for breakfast, you're using the capsules, your kids are using the chewables, you're showing that you're going out buying healthy food. So you're maybe on a fitness journey, you're maybe going to the gym, you're maybe going for a nice walk, right? These are all posts. So stories, it's like a godsend to me that stories come out, because I used to have to like wait and think, I can't really post like another post again. I've already posted 355 times today. Right? So I used to have to wait and think, I've got to have like at least an hour between posts. So when people say to me, I don't know what to post, I can't relate, because you wake up in the morning, I usually do like a positive quote. Then I'll put on like that I'm using my products, right? Then maybe I want to go live about my products. Then maybe I want to go to the gym and take a selfie in the gym. Then I might go food shopping. I want to take a healthy picture of my food and say, this is the food that I'm eating this week, right? Then I want to show wherever I am out and about. Then I want to put a testimonial up, right, to show someone else's results, right? Then I want to talk about the business opportunity, right? Then I want to shout out a team member. Then a team member's hit promotion, I've got to put that post up. Then I'm on a call. I want to take a picture of the call and show this incredible community, right? Then I get a message from one of the team members and they're so excited, I want to post about that, right? And then I get a team member from a message from a customer and they're like, I've lost 5 pounds this week, I want to post about that. I could literally be posting all day, every day, right? And it would probably get really, really boring. So this is why stories have literally saved my life, right? Because if you are building your business on social media, I should be able to watch your stories right now, and I should know 24 hours what you've been doing, right? Where you've been, what your kids have been doing, what you've been up to, what you've been eating. And that is how we inspire what we do, right? Because you have to show people that you're a product of the product and you're using these products and you're eating more healthfully in order to inspire other people to buy your products from you, okay? And we can get that all across now from our stories. So stories to me have really, really helped me. So I was going to start this call by telling you a little bit about my story and how I decided that I was going to be successful, right? But I'll go off on a tangent. So I've gone back to my notes now and I'm going to go back to the beginning, right? So my story is when I joined Juice Plus, I had no idea. So we have lots of people that join us clients, right? I didn't, right? So I got approached by my upline and she actually asked, you're posting on social media anyway, right? Would you like to earn money from that? very, very skeptical. I was like, what the hell? What's this? Sounds like a scam, right? But I actually found out that it was to do with being healthier. And I was a mum at the time, and my daughter was about 2, 3, right, at the time. And I never felt myself again since having my daughter. I put on 2.5 stone. My skin got quite bad. I was always tired. And I was someone, like, I was always quite confident growing up in the way that I looked. And I never really struggled with feeling rubbish about myself. I was always quite energetic. And I went through this period of my life, and there'll be mums on here that can probably relate to this, right? I didn't feel like me, didn't feel like the old Dani. I felt like my skin was bad. I used to cake makeup on my face because my skin, and I never had bad skin as a teenager or anything. It was just like hormonal after pregnancy. I got really bad skin. I was really tired all the time. I was napping in the day, and I didn't feel like myself. So I wanted to give the product a go. So I thought, why not give the business and a product a go together? And I was like completely blind to it all. I'd never heard of network marketing. I'd never heard of Juice Plus. I'd never heard of any of it, but I thought I'm just going to give it a go, okay? So I signed up and I bought the product, and I got my own results from the product. So I lost 2.5 stone in weight, and I got back to feeling like myself again. I had more energy, I felt good, and I felt like I am back, right? And all I started to do was document that journey on social media, literally posting that I'm having my shake, I'm going to the gym again, I'm feeling better, I'm feeling fresh, and I started to get all of these clients. Now, the reason I started to get all of these clients is because all I was doing was documenting my own journey. So that's a massive tip for all of you guys on here, because if you're just posting about like you're trying to sell something, people don't like being sold to, right? I was posting my journey, right? I wasn't even really doing it to get sales. I was doing it because, as I say, I blogged and I posted on social media anyway. So I was just posting my journey. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm feeling. And I started to get all of these customers. All of their feedback was insane, and it felt good. And I realised I had a massive passion for helping others, a massive, massive passion, and I loved it. Got to SC within a couple of months, and heard that there was a convention, and I was like, okay, it sounds crazy that there's going to be like 5,000 people in a room, like what's it all about? But I convinced Ross, my husband, to come along with me. Now at this point, my husband, and there might be people on here whose husbands are skeptical, not really understanding what they're doing, not really supportive of what they were doing. That was Ross, right? Because he was not unsupportive, because he's never been an unsupportive husband, but just uninterested. Yeah, just all right, Dan. Yeah, all right. All right, you carry on doing that. I was like, Ross, but we're going to be rich and we're going to have this. All right, Dan. Right? He was just like that, just a bit uninterested, right? But I took him to my first convention with me. And to be honest, at this point, I didn't really realise what Juice Plus was as a company. I knew I was taking a product. I knew I was feeling good from it. I knew I was earning a little bit of money from sharing the product, but I didn't really realise. I mean, I didn't know what the compensation plan was. I didn't know what the bonuses was. I didn't understand what pay line meant. I didn't know that, you know, we had people that had completely changed their life. I didn't know all of that. So I got to the convention and I was like, oh my goodness, this is the vehicle. And I've always been quite entrepreneurial. I've always been someone that wants to have a phenomenal life, but never really known how to get it. And I had a light bulb moment at that convention. As I say, I'd been in the business a few months. I was SC, and my little light bulb in my head went, ding, this is it, Dan. This is it. This is the thing you have always been looking for. Your life is going to change. And what was amazing is Ross went from being uninterested to seeing it as well and going, you're going to do this, aren't you, Dan? And me being like, yeah, I am. I am going to do this. We are going to have that life we've always spoken about, because we always spoke about we're going to have this amazing life and we're going to go on these incredible holidays and we're going to be like this. And we never really knew how to get it, right? And that was my moment. I was like, we're going to get it, babe. We're going to get it all. We're going to have it all. And I was 100% committed. So going back to the question and the topic that I'm speaking about today, what it takes to be successful, it takes you making a decision. And I made a decision that day in the convention centre. Dani Cunru is going to be successful. End of. And Juice Plus is the vehicle that is going to enable me to live the life of my dreams, right? Nothing's going to stop me. No one's going to get in my way. I am going to be successful. Now, we had a commitment wall on that convention where we could write what we committed to be in the next time we come back to the convention. And I wrote on there, Dani Cymru will be an NMD. Now, I didn't know what an NMD meant at this point. As I said, I didn't know the compensation plan, did not know what it meant, but I knew the people that were talking on stage, talking about how they'd completely changed their life. And Mary and Seamus were they spoke at the first convention we ever went to, and they got their, I don't know if they had one child or two then, they got their child or children on stage. And that for me and Ross was like our inspo. We were like, this is a family. Mary was a teacher as well, for those of you that don't know the Penroses. And they were kind of like our role models. We were literally like this beautiful family have got this incredible life through the Juice Plus company. This is what we are going to do, right? And they were kind of our role models. And I knew all of the people that were speaking like them and others, they were this position of NMD. So no matter what it took, I didn't know what it meant, that's what I was going home and doing. So I was walking away from that convention centre and I was coming back to the next convention. The next convention was in October. This convention was February. I was coming back in October as an NMD, no matter what. I didn't care what it took. I was all in, right? And that's what it takes to be successful. I was all in. So I got home from that convention as an SC and I was like, doing it, right, where do I start? Okay, where do I start? And I actually got to work. I actually looked at everything, looked at the compensation plan, looked at what I physically needed, looked at pay line, what it meant, right? Let me work it all out. I mapped it all out. If I'm going to be NMD, I'm going to have a 40 grand pay line. What do I need? How many people do I have to help? And when you become a leader, when you become a position like an NMD, at first this business is about you, what you want to achieve, what you want to get, how you want to change your family's life, right? But eventually it's about how many people are you going to help, right? And if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get everything that you want. So I realised this is a team effort. I can't get to NMD on my own. So I mapped out my whole business. How many people do I need to get to SP? How many people do I need to get to SC? How many people do I need to get to SSC? Because I'm going to be NMD by the next convention. That's it, right? So I mapped it all out. I actually, that month, so it was like the 26th of February when I went to the convention. That month, I went SSC. We had no QSSC then. That month, I went SSC. The following month, the March, I went QNMD. And I went NMD by the time I got back to the next convention. Exactly like I said, I was also Rising Star at that convention. And at this point, like, I'd really started to change my life. That was within 1 year of joining. So within 1 year of joining, I hit the position of National Marketing Director and I really started to change my life, right? And that was from a decision. Right, so all you guys have to do, everyone has to have that pinnacle moment, that light bulb moment, right? Might be listening to me talking here today. Everyone has to have that moment. That's why you can't miss calls. That's why you can't miss convention. That's why you've got to go to events, right? Because there will be something that someone says that makes you think, I'm going for it, I'm doing it, I'm changing my life, right? And I had that moment at that convention and nothing was going to stop me from being successful because I knew that I was going to do it, right? I knew that no matter what it took, I was going to be the next National Marketing Director. So absolutely smashed that. And I think from then on, really, that was just the decision that I made. And obviously the work ethic and everything like that as a massive part to play on it. But from that day, I've just been like totally obsessed with bettering myself, with bettering my life and with helping other people. Because that's what it's about now, right? I'm now 6 years in. Ross does the business with me now, by the way. He joined when I got to NMD. He done the business part-time alongside his full-time job. He got to NMD in 3 years part-time alongside his very demanding full-time job. And he hit NMD on the same day that I hit PMD. So it was an incredible month for us in our house. And we qualified for a trip to Thailand with John and Alex. And we got taken on this trip and it was out of this world. The way this company treat you is absolutely phenomenal. I've never known anything like it. So we got taken in this like incredible, it was one of the top resorts in the whole world. We got to spend time with John and Alex, which was amazing. They took us on like a private yacht to a private island. We stayed in this incredible place. We had all of these amazing experiences. But the thing that I'll always take away from that trip is how we were treated, right? Take away like what was spent on us and everything like that. Take away all of the materialistic things. It's like how we were treated and how John and Alex gave us that feeling of like, we're so special, like we're so honoured to be here. Like it's a feeling that I could never describe to you. And I knew from that day I wanted to make other people feel special like that, because people will remember how you make them feel. guys, right? People will remember how you make them feel. And I get a massive buzz from making people feel absolutely incredible. And I think if you want to have special people in your organization, you need to tell them that they're special. And sometimes, like when you get success quite quickly and you start earning money quite quickly, you can get an ego and it can go to your head, and you have to get rid of that, because actually this community and this company is about finding people and making them better. That is what it's about. Showing them that they can have anything, showing them that they can be anyone, showing them that they can achieve anything, right? And that's why we talk about our own successes, right? It's to show people what they can have. It's to show people who they can be, like that they can have a better life, that they can have anything that they want in life, anything that they desire in life. And this company is a vehicle to enable you to do it. It's a vehicle to enable you to go out there, build your dream life and live your dream life. And you can have anything that you want with the Juice Plus company. So what it takes to be successful, I'm going to wrap it up because I could go on and on for the next 3 hours, right? What it takes to be successful is make a decision and don't let anything stop you from making it happen, right? If it's meant to be, it's up to me, guys. And it really is. If you want to be successful, this vehicle that you've got in front of you, £190,480 just in bonuses, who wants it? Because I look at it like when a partner joins, that money has your name on it. It's got your name on it. You just have to unlock the different parts of the compensation plan to get it. It's got your name on it. Don't leave it on the table, right? Get it, right? And help other people. That's what we do. Find people and help them to live a better life with our incredible business opportunity and our incredible products. And I promise you, you help enough people get what they want and you will have anything you want. Be so genuine with helping people live their dream life, helping people become the best version of themselves, because that's what I'm genuine in. I help people, like I find people and I'm like, I am going to show you that you can have it all, you can have everything. And sometimes, I spoke about belief a lot, right? We have to believe in ourselves, and you really do, right? But sometimes you do have to find someone that believes in you first, right? We do have to believe in people before they believe in themselves, right? So big people up, tell people they are absolutely phenomenal, right? If a team member does something good, if they host an event, if they talk on a call, if they do anything that's slightly outside of their comfort zone, big them up, tell them that they are phenomenal, tell them that they are amazing, right? Give them that passion, like tell them they are amazing. And I promise you, right, you want to find people, you want to make them even better than you, right? And that's what it's about. We are the best family, the best company ever. And I am so thankful. The person that I was 6 years ago that started this company is nowhere near the person that you've heard speaking on this call today, just worlds apart. And I'm still going to be here, you know, when I'm 70, 80, imagine, you know, what type of inspirational person and how my mindset's going to be then, right? Because I'm here for the longevity, 100%. Thank you.
OMG. Dani, I think, you know what, when you speak, I think everyone can just feel your passion and your excitement. It just comes across when you speak to people, and I think that's, you know, it just shows us that that's why you've been so successful with Juice Plus. So thank you so much. It was amazing today. I've taken so many tips, and probably the top one, and I mean I've been doing this for 6 years, but is to stop posting and praying, because I think everyone can fall in that trap, can't you? We get so busy, we're like, do your reel, do your live, post here, do that everyone forgets that the most important thing is to follow up, is to be in your inboxes, and is to be reaching out to people. So thank you so much, Dani. We really appreciate you jumping on, and a huge thank you to all of our speakers this morning. Thank you to all of our everyone who gave a testimonial today. There's been so much content. Thanks, James, for arranging another incredible call. Go ahead and smash this month, everyone. We've got, you know, April, May, June, July. These for us is really where we see the most incredible growth. So work on you, work on your business every single day. Make that commitment. Start your 90-day game plan and be that person at that next convention who said, I made a decision and now I'm here as an NMD. So thank you, everyone, and have a fantastic weekend. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.